Have you ever finished a movie and gone, wait, that's it? Nothing happened. Ever since the film industry became popular, audiences have craved what we call plot. Plot is defined as the plan or main story of a movie or literary work. After about 100 years of movies, audiences have gotten used to seeing films with a well-crafted story. But can a movie survive without a plot? In this video, I'll be exploring the role of plot in film using David Mickey Evans's The Sandlot and Richard Linklater's Everybody Wants Some. Some of the earliest moving pictures were completely void of story. At the time, the marvel of seeing a picture move was worth the price of admission. Legend has it that when audiences in 1896 first saw the Lumiere brothers' arrival of a train at the station, people panicked, thinking the train might come towards them. This is an example of form over content, an artistic theory that suggests how something is made can affect viewers as much as, if not more than, what has been made. Although arrival at a train at the station was a non-narrative piece, the way it was created and presented affected the audience. So how does all of this relate to two baseball movies? Well, both films feature a newcomer that joins an ensemble cast of close friends who are all on a baseball team. Both movies take place before school has begun, and they both feature a good deal of scenes where the characters just hang out and have a good time. The movies appear very similar, but the big difference is in the execution of the larger story. The first half of The Sandlot is composed of multiple scenes of Scotty Smalls being introduced to and getting to know the baseball team. The last half of the film focuses on the team trying to recover a rare, signed baseball that gets hit into the den of the beast.
Smalls, you mean to tell me that you went home and swiped a ball that was signed by Babe Ruth, and you brought it out here and actually played with it? Yeah, but I was gonna bring it back.
Exposition, conflict, and resolution. On the other hand, Everybody Wants Some never introduces a major overarching conflict. The entire film is essentially an adult, 2-hour-long version of the first half of The Sandlot. A love interest subplot is the closest thing to a plot point in the film, and it plays out more as an innocent relationship than an obstacle. Okay, so the title of this video is Can a Movie Survive Without Plot? That question is basically asking whether or not people will like a movie even if it doesn't have a conventional story, and that is entirely subjective. Movies and shows can be made without stories. For example, The Man with the Movie Camera. Some would argue that The Tree of Life doesn't have a story, or even the anime Fooly Cooly, an obscure counterculture take on plot-heavy shows. But can they have an impact? Linklater's unconventional approach to plot is not accidental.
It's not true. I never believed it when they say, oh, if this happens, you lose the audience. It's like, well, where do you gain the audience, you know? If you make a schematic that everything has been tested in the boardroom and, oh, if his dog died and then we'll like him, what are the stakes? You know, everything's about stakes in the screenplay. The stakes are, oh, if he doesn't get that, then he'll not achieve this, and, you know, here come all the plot points. I'm like, what are the stakes? It's like you're alive, you know? You're just trying to make it to the world, and here's what you're trying, like, the stakes can be low and yet kind of resonate, hopefully.
Linklater purposefully slows down and lets his films breathe. The casual pace of Everybody Wants Some is similar to Linklater's other works, Dazed and Confused and Boyhood. Much like how our lives don't revolve around one central objective, Linklater's films don't revolve around one central conflict. Instead, they are stories where every scene is full of miniature conflicts, and plot is traded for relationships, which are arguably more interesting.
I don't like plot at all. Zero. Yeah, I hate movies with plot. Sandlot. I love Sandlot. It's really about the relationships. Yeah, Sandlot, Kramer versus Kramer, Raging Bull. Not necessarily sports movies, but I like people movies.
Whenever something important does happen in one of these films, it feels like it might in real life. It's not dramatically blown out of proportion, instead it feels relatable. So, can a movie be good even if it doesn't have a plot?
Yeah. Yeah!
And the next time you finish a movie and think to yourself, oh come on, nothing happened, take into consideration that it might be on purpose.
And my friends were going try to move your feet. See, I am one to Finn, and I'd like to say hello. Say hello, Finn. To the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, the purple, and yellow. First, I gotta bang, bang, a boogie to the boogie, say don't jump the boogie to the bang, bang, boogie. Let's rock. You don't stop. Rock the rhythm that'll make your body rock.